Kellyanne Conway is a counselor to the president, and she went on Fox News to defend him, as she quite often does. But in the process, she slipped up and demonstrated her incredible level of ignorance.
The president took decisive and immediate action the end of January to shut down flights from China. That was criticized by the WHO. It was criticized by other people as xenophobic and racist, and travel bans don't work. Well, this one sure did. So we have every right to know, and every right to know because of what's happened here in this global pandemic. But there's another reason. Some of the scientists and doctors say that there could be other strains later on. This can come back in the fall in a limited way. This is COVID-19, not COVID-1, folks. And so you would think the people charged with the World Health Organization facts and figures would be on top of that. That this is just a pause right now. So there's an investigation, examination to what happened, but people should know the facts.
This is COVID-19, not COVID-1. The 19 in COVID-19 is from the fact that it came into existence in 2019. Not that it's the 19th strain of the... Oh, God. These are the people... She has power. These are the people with power. These are the people with power, man. Isn't it crazy that we're talking about an administration that even as late as March, Trump was out there just comparing it to the flu, when the evidence is overwhelming that it's a lot worse than the flu, and the bodies are going to pile up a hell of a lot quicker, and none of us have immunity, and so, you know, so on and so forth. When this thing started, it's just ripping through the population. It's still ripping through the population. So it's just, you guys, you have all the power in the country right now. You can't mess up like that and say stuff like that. I mean, you want to talk about losing all confidence? It really is scary how brazen a lot of these people are. Larry Kudlow giving press conferences. Remember this in late February? Like, we have it contained. It's at 0 or close to 0. And this is all at the time when it was just spreading everywhere. So they just say stuff. Like, you think when you're younger and you watch these people, and they're out there with their suits and ties and they look really respectable and they start saying stuff, you're like, oh, they really got to see it. They don't have it together. They're politicians, to a large extent, are professional BSers. That's what they are to a large extent. Like, how good are you at BSing people? Oh, you're really good at it? Well, congratulations. You might run the country. Because you go out there and you give everybody, it's the veneer, it's the facade of like, I got it, I got this under control, I got it on lock. That's what they do. That's what this is. But every now and then, that mask slipped hardcore right there. That's a hard body slip, dog. This is COVID-19, not COVID-1. Oh, Kelly. By the way, what they're talking about is Trump cutting funding to the World Health Organization there. I don't know the exact reason he gave for doing it. I do know that the World Health Organization was either duped by China or in on the cover-up from China. When this pandemic started, China knew that there was human-to-human transmission pretty early on, and they lied for like a week or so that there wasn't human-to-human transmission. And they really covered it up in the early stages. And then when everything got out of control, it was too late and everybody was admitting, what this thing really was. But the World Health Organization also at some point was like, there's no human-to-human transmission. So, Trump and the U.S. are like, the World Health Organization is just acting like a puppet of China. So, and again, I don't know how true that is, because it's possible that just the World Health Organization was also duped by research coming out of China early on, where they were saying like, oh, it's not that contagious or whatever. So I don't know, but in typical Trump fashion, I think this is an instance of, you should reform the World Health Organization, but he wants to throw out the baby with the bathwater and be like, no, screw the World Health Organization and screw, I guess more broadly, the international community, because it's not, we're not the ones who are in control and we smell the foul play, so therefore just burn it all down. I think that when it comes to something like international relations, that's way too important and way too vital that you always have to have some line of communication open, and you always have to have some nominal organization that we could do our best to try to make work in order to, avoid worst case scenarios and work with each other. So I wouldn't maybe go as far as Trump, but I understand the concern about how badly this was botched, because I think there's a real concern there. But suffice to say, I don't have any faith in what this administration is doing and how they're always behind the eight ball and how every now and then they let you know just how clueless they are.